My upload on the video got interrupted last night, so I ended up being up till after 1 o'clock getting it uploaded, and so I'm getting a late start. I've got some sourdough that I'm feeding. Gonna make some bread. Gonna start some bread tonight, and then we'll get to the candy. Got to pick a recipe for today. I'm not being real exact on the measurements, but I'm gonna get this done. When we get this done, got to do the sauerkraut, then we'll get some chocolate going. Oh, I just remembered, if I'm going to make bread, I need flour. This is some of the hard white wheat we got, and this is some hard red wheat that I have left over from the other day. So for now I'm going to grind some flour, then we'll get to chocolate sometime this afternoon. This will take a while. It's already been close to 10 minutes that I've been grinding the wheat, and that's how far I've gone down, about half the hopper. So I figured I might as well make this second batch of the truffles into balls, because I'm going to have to roll them later, and I figured I could put it back in the fridge. This is the recipe from No Plate Like Home that I'm going to do here. Well, I just had the battery tell me it was exhausted. I haven't changed it in a few days. A neat feature about this camera, and I'm using the rechargeable batteries, and if you tell it that it's rechargeable batteries, it adjusts for the fact that the rechargeable batteries are a max of 1.2 volts, and I'm getting a better life out of my rechargeables in the camera because of that. So it's been a good thing, and somehow I got water on the wax paper. Well, I just ran home to get this. I'm going to dry it off and get back to doing this. Oh, just a footnote. There's still chunks of chocolate in here. It didn't fully melt. I prefer the way that it was done on the first recipe, although I think I'll like the flavor with the coffee liqueur on this one. Anybody want to lick the tools? Mom tasted this and she says she can't taste the coffee in it. She can just taste the chocolate, and the coffee did seem to just enhance it. I'm going to put these in the fridge. I'm going to get back to grinding some wheat, and we'll get back to the chocolate later. Mom's neighbor last night, we went over to talk to her, and she gave Mom a few things. One is a couple of mini muffin tins. They're small. Another was this mandolin. It's a really cool mandolin. There was also a dripper pan and a large muffin tin. The large muffin tin had rust around the rings of where they put the cup together, as well, top and bottom. So we just put that in the recycle, but these are in really good shape. The mandolin, it's showing some yellowing from age, the plastic, but she has even the blade cover for the mandolin, so it's a good thing. I'm still grinding flour. I've been doing it for almost 45 minutes with a few interruptions. I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm taking a break. This is the break. Well, I just got done doing the dishes after grinding the wheat. I ended up with about 3 2/3 pounds or 1 2/3 kilos of flour after I was done. Took me, with cleanup and everything, about 2 hours and 25 minutes, 2 hours 20 minutes. I'm going to have some lunch. I made a mess, if you can notice there, but it's still edible. And we'll get back to chocolate later. Okay, this is just my opinion. These are the ones I made last night and scooped out this morning. This was the recipe from No Plate Like Home. Tasting these, I'm not a real fan of real dark chocolate, and the bittersweet chocolate is definitely bitter. Even though it was Ghirardelli, it does have a bitter flavor. And in terms of the method, I actually preferred, look at that, these aren't working. I preferred the method from Once Upon a Chef. Hold on, got to clean up. I guess these need to cool more or something. They shouldn't be, they have less chocolate, more cream than the other recipe. These are going to be a little bit more difficult to work with. I'm going to put them back in the fridge, maybe even the freezer. Just a note, today is Bella's birthday. And yesterday she got a package from her mom via her mom's foster, who ended up adopting her. And Bella's a rescue. And I actually opened it, but I'm going to open it and give it to Bella. I might share that with you, her birthday present. I didn't have the camera going, but there's Bella with her birthday present. There's lamb chop, and she's loving it. Her foster mom, or her mom's foster mom, always rubs them all over mom so that they smell like mom. I didn't have the camera going. Just kind of a interesting thing is she always uses stamps on her packages. I don't know if she buys them or just uses what she has, but she always, all of her packages when she sends them are just beautiful stamps. And there's Bella, and it is her birthday. Yes.
Here's her birthday card.
And there's her birthday card. She has these made up. It's part of. She's part of Ivan's no-kill animal supporters. It's no-kill.
I have the T-shirt.
It's a no-kill shelter, but that's her beautiful birthday card. And Bella's taking her toy over there. Oh, this just since for fun. This is a copy of a photograph. It's a painting of a photograph of when Bella and her brothers and sisters were puppies. Bella's the one on the far right. This is actually the photograph that picture was taken from. It's not exact, but it's close. And there's Bella, the little blonde on the right. I took back Bella's lamb chop, and she knows where it is. But I need to take it off the board. So there went the scissors cutting it. There's lamb chop for Bella. She's got it, and she's taking it away. There goes Bella. She's gone. I'm going to do the white chocolate one is what I'm going to do next. And this one, it calls for macadamia nuts for the topping. I'm just going to use I'm actually doing white almond bark because it's for somebody that's allergic to chocolate, can't have the cocoa butter. And so the almond bark has palm kernel oil instead. And just a little bit of heavy cream and some Irish cream. But Mom needs the board for a minute, and I don't know why she got out the candy molds, but there's a pile of them here. We're going to get back to this. This recipe calls for using a double boiler. Mom has one.
I'll get it.
I'm not going to use it because it's easier to melt this in the microwave. It takes less time, less power. And for dipping, I'd use the double boiler, but not for just doing this. And then I'm going to add, it wants 2 tablespoons of Irish cream and 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. But I'm going to melt this. Okay, I've decided, this will be my 3rd batch. And I've decided that after I get done, I'm going to come up with my own recipe and do that based on what I've learned from this. That was the first 30 seconds on the almond bark that I'm using. It called for 8 ounces. I got 8.5 ounces. It's a little heavy, but that's okay, I think. Okay, I've got this almond bark, the vanilla almond bark melted. This is microwave for chocolate is really slick, saves a lot of time. It depends on what you're using it for, however, but okay, this is the 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. I'm gonna have to get a squeegee. Gonna get this stirred in, and then I'll add the Irish cream. Maybe I can get Mom to help me pour that out or stir it or something. She's in the cupboard behind me. She's the rattle that's going on behind us.
Okay.
You want to stir or you want to pour?
I want to stir.
She's going to stir. She does have limited sight, so that's her option, is to do the stirring. And I'm just going to pour this right over her. Okay, there's the 2 tablespoons of Irish cream.
Smells yummy.
Yes, it does. Smells scrumptious. I'm going to leave that so we can scrape it. Mom's going to stir this. I'm going to put stuff away, and we'll get right back to it. I just helped Mom get this mixed. And I'm putting it in this bowl because it fits in the fridge better than this pasta plate, which is so large. And even though I knew better, I've been putting these in with saran plastic wrap over them. And these bowls Mom has have lids, so we're going to use the lid this time. But I am also going to, like I said, I'm going to do a recipe how I would do it myself with the ingredients that I have here. And this is taking a while. I'm not going to have you have to watch me. Actually, Mom's going to finish putting this into the bowl, and I'm going to get out the scale. Mom's still trying to stir that. It's not mixing in very well. I might have to help her, or get it, I don't know. But I decided not to put the stuff away because I'm going to play around with the recipe that I want to do. So for what I like the ones using the semi-sweet. And these are all semi-sweet chips that Mom had. Open packages. There's a Nestle Toll House. There's 2 Guittard. And then there's what's left of the Ghirardelli from the other day. I'm just going to measure these and see how much I've got of the semi-sweet chips of the 3 different brands out of the 4 different bags.
No ice cream.
Yes, I put it in.
I know, but no plant. Vanilla.
Okay, right there. That's about 8.5 ounces. I'm going to keep adding here. I'm probably not going to use...
Only use the rest.
Let me just see how much is here. I'm not... Well, let's... Saying there's 12.4 ounces there. So this is about 1.5 times as much as was in the first recipe that I made. I'm going to go back to grams. Okay, there we're at grams. I'm going to use a larger bowl to do this, but we're going to play my recipe. I'm going to melt the chocolate first, and then I'll add
Butter.
This is my recipe, not the...
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Mom's telling me to put the butter. I'm going to just melt the chocolate, but I'm going to get a bigger bowl. Okay, I am putting the butter in it, and I'm putting it in with the chips to melt them, and I'll do the... I'm not going to make the mistake I did on the first batch from Once Upon a Chef, but I've got 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. They are Guittard as well as the Ghirardelli Mini. These are going in the microwave. We'll get right back to it. Okay, can I get a big one?
Yeah.
We're just adding the Irish cream and the cream. Because I did this a little bit larger, a little bit with more chocolate, I'm using a little bit more. I used 3/4 cup total between the Irish cream and the whipping cream. And I'm going to get this stirred up. I'm going to have to go to a bigger bowl, I think. But I went heavier on the Irish cream than on the whipping cream, because the flavor of the St. Brendan's is definitely milder than, for example, the Bailey's, which everybody recommends. It doesn't have as minty of a flavor. But I'm going to mix this up, get it in a bigger bowl. We'll get back to it. Mom's helping me mix it right now. With my hands, I'm not liking the feel of anything on them. I've already rinsed my hands off twice. It's looking really good. Mom's going to get the last little bit off the squeegee here.
If I can see it.
But we're going to get this mixed up and get it in the fridge. Sorry, the camera just moved on the tripod. Well, the tripod just moved and the camera with it. But Mom's going to get these mixed up. I'm going to lick the spoon. This is mostly chocolate. It's not, yeah, well, I'm going to lick the squeegee. There's not much cream or Irish cream in this. It's mostly the chocolate, getting it out of the bowl into this bigger bowl. This is my own recipe, and I based it a lot on Once Upon a Chef. For the record, I prefer the semi-sweet chocolate to the bittersweet. I'm not a fan of real dark chocolate unless it's really good real dark chocolate, and even then, I'd much prefer a lighter chocolate. And the butter has definitely helped. Once Upon a Chef was did good on that. The butter has helped it solidify. It helps with a lot of things. So I did use the butter when I did mine. Because of the fact that I'm using St. Brendan's instead of Bailey's, it is a lot milder flavored, less minty flavored Irish cream. And so I used heavier with less cream. Oh yeah, I like that flavor much better. Irish cream is Irish whiskey with cream. It actually, they say once you open it 6 months, don't let it have heat. They say don't refrigerate it, but keep it cool. All we did was use more of this and less cream. Could probably use Irish whiskey and whipping cream in place of it. I'm going to clean up the bowl here, put some plastic wrap on it, and we'll get this in the fridge and we'll get back to it later. I guess Mom wants to do some stuff with the molds. That'll probably be Friday, because tomorrow we're running over with a friend to see the neighbor, to see the friend that's in the hospital. If he's still in the hospital, we'll have to find out on that. One person that I was telling I was doing this said that they would trade me farm fresh eggs for some of the chocolates, and I plan to bring them into them anyway, so it's just a bonus for me getting the eggs. And I think she's trying to find someone to give the eggs to, because I guess she's got a lot of chickens and gets a lot of eggs. She works at the Kitchen Collection. She's really cool. There's a friend of Mom's who's somewhere between an acquaintance and a friend of mine. Going to take some to her. Sunday, I've got another friend that I said I'd take some to when I told her I was making them. I think, oh, and then the friend in the hospital is who the white chocolate ones are for, because his medical diet won't allow the chocolate. So no cocoa butter, no cocoa, just the white. But we will get back to it. We will keep playing in the kitchen, and we'll definitely have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks for watching Perhaps Cooking. Feel free to share, give me a thumbs up, or subscribe.